Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Deshauna V. And this morning, I wanted to come to you guys and just give you guys some morning motivation. Um, Yesterday was such an amazing day for my team, for the Lovers family, and I couldn't not come on a Saturday and give motivation. Like, after an amazing day, after an amazing week for my team, my family, like, I had to. So, this morning, I just have a question. Like, do you want it? Like, I need you to get a book and pen and write it down. Do you want it? Question mark. Write it down now. Do you want it? And once you write that down, I want you to write down, what is your it? Question mark. So write it down. What is your it? Question mark. And then those two questions I want you to really, really, really think about. I want you to really think deep and figure out what it is that you really, really want, what it is that you really, really desire. And really, really like take time and be alone when you're thinking about these things and understand what it is that you personally want. Not for anybody else, but for you. What do you want? And then do you want it? And what is that it that you want? Figure that out, right? Let me read this quote from Bob Proctor. So he said, want is the only prerequisite to get to your goal. Let that sink in. Want is the only prerequisite to get to your goal. So whatever it is that you want, as long as you really, really want it, and you know what that it is, and you figure out what it takes to get to it, you will reach your goal. So I really want you to really take that and think about it and become one with the question, do you want it? Like, do I want it? What is it that I want? Right? So make sure that you're being truly like transparent with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't try to get over on yourself. Don't try to like give yourself excuses. What do you want? What do you desire? And what is it that you want? Because wanting it is the only prerequisite for you to get to that goal. So the moment that you want it, the moment that you realize that it's tangible, the moment that you realize it is not out of arm's reach, that it is possible, you'll start to work towards that goal. So let me read y'all a poem from my book, Dream, Reach, Achieve, Prosper. Make sure if you don't got it, you go get it. It's on Amazon and it's a super big sale going on in this book. Quick fun fact, I'm about to relaunch this book and edit it and add more context to it because it's just poems and challenges, but I want to add more context so y'all can understand why I chose these specific poems to put in my book, Dream, Reach, Achieve, Prosper. So look out for that. Fun fact. So this one is called Snatches. So Snatches. I'm coming through snatching all that's needed to progress. The research snatched, inspiration snatched, craft materials swipe snatched, alone time snatched, my spot on top sellers snatched. I'm coming through taking everything I was placed on this earth for. Give me that, thank you. I need it all. Better yet, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. One day I woke up and said, to hell with my brainstorm. I started putting out content. It's either they're going to support, lurk, or overlook. And those who don't support, guess what? They'll see me when I snatch my spot on bestsellers. So what would they see you for? Those that lurk, those that give you excuses or complain about coming into this opportunity, coming into, you know, trading and learning a skill that can potentially create financial freedom for one, as long as you put in the work, right? So knowing this, right, what are you going to snatch to get you to that it, to get you to the want. Like, what are you gonna do to make it happen? I know for me, seeing my family's success yesterday, it just made me want to go even harder and harder and harder. We're back at zero today. Yeah, we celebrated each other's success yesterday, but we're back at zero today. It's Show Up Saturday. So I'm here to tell you guys to go out there and snatch what it is that you want. And whatever it is, you're going to obtain it. You're going to get there. And you're going to look back and be like, yo, I did it. I did it. It happened for me. So that's all I really, really want you all to understand, that the moment you understand and realize that this is what I really want, it's going to come to you. It's going to happen. Like, but you got to take time and separate yourself from everybody, all the distractions. Just, if you need to, take a walk in a park. Sit down somewhere with a beautiful view next to water or something and clear your mind and really, really, really think about these two questions. And I hope you wrote it down. If you didn't write it down, write it down now. Do you want it? And what is your it? Like, do you want the success? But what kind of success are you looking for? Think about it. But take some time, go out. Don't just sit in your room where you get distracted with the TV or with outside noise or with people going to the bathroom or whatever it is, walking past your room. Don't get distracted. Take yourself outside. Take yourself on a date alone and just take a walk and think about these questions and think about what you want and what you got to do to apply it. Like, to apply yourself to get to it. I want to see everyone succeed. Anybody around me, anybody that I come in contact with, I'm really, really, really genuinely there and push them to succeed. Why not? Why not? It's people that I'm not as cool with anymore, I don't talk to anymore, that I wouldn't mind bringing into this opportunity. Why? Because I've always had love for people. If I distanced myself from someone, it was always because I felt betrayed or I felt hurt, and I just didn't have the time or the energy to deal with that. But that is no love lost. None whatsoever. There's no love lost, no hard feelings. But guess what? I'm going to make sure that if they need an opportunity, I'm going to present it to them. And they better show up. And they better show up. Because if I'm going out my way to do something for you and you betray me or hurt me in any kind of way or just did something that didn't really sit well with me, and I introduce you to an opportunity that can potentially change your life and those around you, their lives as well, you better show up and you better not play with the opportunity. So I need y'all to understand and think about it. Like, what are we snatching? Snatchies. Let me get that. In my challenge, every poem in my book, for those of you who don't know, every poem in my book has a challenge attached. If y'all can see, Drake challenge, and this is the poem. I created it like a little planner because I intend for people to keep this with them. I intend for people to write in this. I challenge you so you can write in it. Write your goals, write your ideas, write to-do lists. Whatever creative ideas spark from the poem itself, I need you to like write in it. This way, you know, those thoughts don't go away. It's so easy for us to get creative from reading something or from challenging ourselves, but it's easier for those thoughts and those ideas to float away when we're getting distracted by other things. So the Drake challenge for this one is, I know you've brainstormed, mapped out, and planned. Let's go the non-traditional route. I challenge you to snatch whatever you need to succeed. List all things you need to snatch and go put in the work. List all things you need to snatch and go put in the work. Do you want it? What is your it? Create a list and go out there and snatch it. That's really what I want for you. Like, really, how will, like, think about this as well. How will you get it? Now, if you don't got the answer to how will you get it, right? That's gonna come. But I need you to start somewhere. Start by taking that time to think and stretch your brain and figure out what is it that I actually want for me. And honestly, my wants are to provide for everyone else, but I also have some wants for myself. There's nothing wrong with having wants for yourself. So go out there and get what you really want. Go out there and work hard for whatever it is that you want. If you want to learn this skill, you better be on I Am Academy every day. I Am Center every day, learning the education, plugging in. If you've exhausted all the material on Forex and you got the platinum package, upgrade to the elite. Learn something new. HFX is booming right now. Everybody is like talking about HFX. So upgrade to the elite pack and learn something new. Learn something more. We all been in school. We all had to learn different things, multiple things at once. Let's get it. There's nothing wrong with you self-educating. Actually, that's key. What they teach us in school, we all know how that go. It's self-education. You have to self-educate yourself, and you gotta want to self-educate yourself and want to learn more and want to fuel yourself. Stop looking for everybody else to fuel you. You need to want it yourself. Stop looking for everybody else to put you in positions to get it. We got a platform, we got an opportunity, we got a solution here. But what are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it? Because my results are gonna be different from your results, and your results are gonna be different from their results, and their results are gonna be different from everybody else's results. It's all up to you. So do you want it? Do you want it? What is your it? How will you get it? 3 questions that I really, really, really need you to think about and flesh out and work towards. Because I need to see every last one of you prospering. I need to see every last one of you succeeding and reaching your goals and knowing and understanding that who's putting a cap on what? I can do whatever I want. If this is what I want, I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to get it. Period. Period. Because it's all up to you. Once you make the conscious decision that, you know what? I'm gonna take this serious. I'm gonna go full force with this. I'm gonna work towards the success that I want. I want that big house. I want that nice car. I'm gonna work for it. What do I gotta do? Sign me up for whatever it is. And I'm not just talking about joining TradeHouse Investment Group. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about in real life. Like what is it that you want? Think about that. Sit on that. Like, when I tell you, I just need to break down what went on with my team, right? So for my team, yesterday alone, we have P2000 Sapphire, right? P1000 Petrus, right? P600 Jasmine, P600 Jandira. Sorry if I said your name wrong, girl, but yeah. We got P150 Bryce, P150 Core, and P150 Rudy. And on top of that, Kayla is a top enroller one of the top enrollers in the business. My family is doing things. They know what they want. They know what that it is, and they're working towards it. So if you're watching this, if you're in the family and you were watching all the success flood and pour in to the chat all day, and you feel like, oh, I want that, but da-da-da-da. No. Sit down and ask yourself, do you want it though? Do you really want it? And what is that it? What is your it? And how will you get it? How are we going to snatch everything that we need to get to that point? The education snatched. The trainings snatched. 12359 snatched. Plug me in. I'm taking my notes. That's really all I wanted to leave you guys with today. Like, honestly, that's really all I wanted to leave you guys with today. The question, do you want it? And what is it that you want? And I need you to write it down and look at it every day. Write it down and look at it every single day until you get there. And then once you get there, start over. What else do you want? It doesn't stop there. Because remember, after the success from yesterday, we're back at zero. It's August 1st. It's a new month. We're back at zero. And we're going to work as harder than we worked last week, yesterday. So, keep that in mind. And remember, one is the only prerequisite to get to your goal. Bob Proctor. And how will you get to it? Make sure your fear is so small that you're always excited about your success. And that's a quote from Rubens. Make sure your fear is so small that you're always excited about your success. And you implement those two things in your life. You really sit down and think about the questions that I asked you today. And I promise you, as long as you apply yourself, as long as you really, really, really stay true to what you want and write it down and look at it every day and know that it's tangible, you're going to reach that goal. Whatever that goal is, you're going to reach it. Always remember, dream, reach, achieve, prosper. We in this till the wheels fall off and nothing is off limits.